I want you to understand that though we are in the world of sin, meaning that the world that we are in now is a world that was corrupted by sin, and every child that is born into this world, because they were not particularly formed by the hands of God as Adam was, in the sense of how they were, sculptured and designed, they came as a result of the seed of man. Are you still here?
Yes.
Somebody's wondering, does that mean that God didn't create us? No. So what you have to understand is that what God created, is still God's handiwork. Right. So if, for example, Mama was the first person in this world that was created, and then she later on gave birth to children, it still has the implication of the creation of God. Yes. Because God began by creating her. Does that make sense?
Amen.
It's just called, the term is reproduction. Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord.
So in how do you call it? Word seems to elude me today. It's coming and going. Now, when you're looking at the body of men that were born into the world, every one of these bodies that were born into the world have a certain level of corruption that had affected that body. So as you are sitting there, you are supposed to come with certain abilities naturally. There's a certain level of, abilities that was housed in the body of Adam when he was formed by God. And those abilities were supposed to be your abilities as well when you came into this body. But because you were born through a seed from a man, these abilities, by reason of the sin that is attached to the seed of men, that those abilities were compromised, and not all of them stayed or remained. So there are those that were weakened, there are those that were destroyed, there are those that have been dulled out, there are those that you may still have, but not in the degree that it should be. For example, some people are born with a sense of how do you call it? The ability, the psychic ability to be able to know things about people. This actually is the realm of everybody. But you see, some people were born with a certain degree of it that is much higher than others. That is how come sometimes you are able to, by way of, that psychic ability, know certain things about certain people. And you will just realize they don't have to open their mouth. You realize certain things about them. It is your psyche that is working. Hello? Please, when we speak of the psyche, we are not dealing with spirits coming to give you information. That's another subject to deal with. I'm talking about the psychological ability of a man can be able to detect people before they even open their mouth.
Very true.
That's why there is this whole study in school about psychology, where you are able to know certain things about people just by sometimes you look at people and their mannerisms, you can tell many things about them. It's part of that psyche. But then some people get into it in a certain way, in a strange way, where they can even foretell people's future just by that psychic ability. Are you still there? But now I'm saying that for a lot of us, we didn't come into this world with our psychic ability at a certain high level. But there are those who came into this world with that ability at a certain high level. And I want to explain to you today, why is it that some people come into the world with a certain level of physical, natural abilities, and some not so much.
Yes, I'm ready.
And this is where now you have to be called for a certain school of training to be able to now get into yourself and understand how to work those abilities within you.
Amen.
So, for example, we have prophetic school coming. Do you know prophetic school is simply training your psyche?
Yes. Amen.
Because prophetic school today, for many people, they think that it's about, prophecy, being able to prophesy. But you're going to learn so much in this coming prophetic school about you being a natural born prophet.
Amen.
Listen, I know there are people who claim to be naturally born prophet. And they say there are those who are called into the prophetic. And then they say there are those who are who are trained or raised as a prophet. Please, all this stuff is just about making some people lower class and some people feeling themselves. And I'm going to explain certain things for many people. Listen, for people to understand that every single one of us, you are born with the ability to be a prophet. For that which was known as a prophet was first called a seer. Why? You get it later.
Amen.
So, but when they make you feel like you are nothing, then they can be able to now tell you things, you believe them, so you give them small seed and things like that. They don't want to empower you. That's why they make such statements. Because empowering you will mean that they are no longer looked as the big gun in society. And that's why sometimes you go for some of these prophetic schools, they don't teach you jack. They go around the corners, beat around the bush. They never teach you what they do. It's true. I've been to some prophetic schools myself, so I understand what I'm talking. I know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Amen.
But I'm going to be showing you things and you're going to be like, hey, I wish I met prophet a long time ago.
We already said that.
Listen, everything is about development. Just know that. It's about development. God had already given all men the ability to see. Glory to God.
Glory.
So in these last days, what we are coming up to is that there will be no, this thing that we are trying to make, make differentiations with who is more powerful, who is more anointed. In the last days, we will not have that nonsense. Amen. Because all of us will be walking in our power and our glory.
Yes.
I'm telling you. We will not have that. When the Lord Jesus begins to do a work in these last days, and we begin to see the third awakening take place, all of us will be walking, because it will not be about trying to, make myself big and look big. It will be about winning the nations. So all of us will need to be at our levels. Am I talking to somebody here? So don't let anybody make you feel like you can't, make you feel like, you are not capable, or you are not as anointed, you are not as gifted as them. Forget all of those people. Amen. Forget them. We are coming up to our individual power and glory so that we can win the kingdoms of this world for our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
So don't miss prophetic school. I'm about to explode. Glory to the name of Jesus.
Glory.